Oh, good afternoon. My gosh. They do say what a difference a day make. I did ask for a bit of rain. We had some in the night, and gosh, it's not very warm out there now. The poor bedding plants, I reckon, are freezing. They want a bit of warmth in the ground now, don't they? Well, let's hope they're all going to be all right. And let's hope everybody else is staying all right, staying safe. So I've been down today to see about hopefully starting our old Cornwall again in October, subject to the rules and regulations, but I think it's going to be all right. So I'm looking forward to that, but I'll let everybody know in due course. So just stay safe and look after yourselves. Now I'm going to do one here today called Family Outing. I don't know who the author is, I don't know, but seems pretty good to me. So Family Outing. I remember the day like yesterday when Father took us out for a treat. Mother got up early to make pasties, homemade splits, and heavy cake for sweet. "Where you taking us to, Dad?" we asked. "Are we going to go by the sea?" "No, my handsome," Father replied. "Up the moors where you kids can run free." So we climbed into our Morris Minor. She was fairly packed to the gills. Father drove off and we all sang songs as we headed for them near hills. Well, if I'd known what sort of day we'd have, I'd probably have stayed in bed. A day out with the Thomas family is enough to fill anyone with dread. The day started well, the sun was full out. We found ourselves a perfect spot. Mother got out the pasties so we could eat them while they were still hot. "Make haste, Mother, and pour the tea. I'm going to take the kids for a walk." "Sit down, you stubborn head, and eat your croust. I've had enough of your silly old talk." Mother settled down for a nap while Father collected us together, and we set off out in the moors amongst the gorse and the heather. We walked for a while and ran for a bit, and everything seemed good, until Billy decided to play the fool, as only Billy could. Father tried and stopped him, but he was far too late. Billy ran on ahead and leapt on the farmer's gate. See, Father's tall, so he could see what was on the other side. Billy fell head first into a pool of mud. If Mother could see him, she'd die. The mud was some sticky. Poor Billy looked a sight. Trust him to be so daft. I'm sure his head's not right. Now, Father knew he'd be in grief if Mother saw her son. Father had to think quickly. There was only one thing to be done. So he dragged poor Billy to the drinking trough in the corner of the field, and trodden in as the cows looked on, poor Billy, he fairly squealed. With all the palaver and squealing going on, and Father holding on to Billy, none of us saw the farmer approach. We must have looked some silly. His face was red, his fists in the air, as he rushed over at a brave old lick. Father said, "Calm down, boy," which riled the farmer, who clouted him with his old gnarled stick. Father got some vexed, and there started a fight, while us kids stood there hopeless, our faces quite white. Well, eventually, after a bit of ado, the farmer calmed down and left. Poor Billy was soaked, Father had a black eye. They both looked quite bereft. We all trudged back to our picnic spot where Mother was reading her book. I don't think we'll be picnicking again for a while, not judging by Mother's look. This one's called Closing Time. "Winch me up, lads, take me home, and close old Crofter's gate. The money men have had their say, she's past her sell-by date. Oh, we could offer sweat and blood and put our labour in, but all we are and all we give won't change the price of tin. For you and me, it's down the road, and thanks for what you've done. But when the penny drops at last, what else should we become? I've been here 20 years or more, so what's a man to do? Oh, you're a miner boy, they'll say. You better join the queue. What healthy, thriving enterprise will look to take us on? They don't exist, 'cause those that did, like mining days, are gone. I love this land of quiet hope, but these are empty times, with empty shops and empty purse and empty Cornish mines. Oh, we'll survive, boys, we'll survive, 'cause that's the way we're made. And yet we won't be quite the same when all the dust is laid. For when we think of links and chains that set our race apart, we'll know that they're buried deep below with Crofter's broken heart. Take care.